Order of operations is where we are starting today. We've already written in our foldable that we have something called PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S. Now, with your red pen, let's open the P. P starts for parentheses, but we have a little acronym. So we're not using our red pen quite yet, I'm sorry. We have a little acronym, which was PEMDAS. One way to remember that, it's called a mnemonic, is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Anybody ever heard of that before? Yeah, maybe. Okay, a couple of you. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That doesn't mean like my, M-Y, is not a math term, right? It's just a little trick, Asha, that we use to remember the order of the letters. P-E-M-D-A-S, okay? So you can close everything up except for the top one, which is the P. We're first going to start with P, which is parentheses. That means that everything in parentheses you do first, okay? So now with your red pen, I want for you to write that you're going to bring everything that's not in parentheses down because we're going to use it just later, just not this step, okay? So right here, bring everything not in parentheses down. When you're done with that, keep your red pen handy. We're going to start with our black. With our pencil. Okay? Now, one thing about order of operations is instead of writing problems that go just across the page, we're going to solve them going down the page. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is write an equal sign under our problem. And we're going to continue to write equal signs underneath this equal sign down the entire page, okay? Doing it this way with the different flaps is a little bit choppy, but you need to see how it works the first time, and then we'll do some other examples, okay? So we're going to bring everything down that's not in parentheses step by step, piece by piece, okay? Anything that we work that's in parentheses, we're going to write it in red. That way, when we go back to our notes, we can see, oh, that's the part that we changed, or that's the part that we worked, okay? So let's get started. I'm not using the 60 yet, so I'm going to bring him down. I'm also not using the division sign, so I'm going to bring him down. But we've gotten to our first what? Parentheses. So what is 18 minus 15? 3. Write it in red. Do you see any more parentheses? No. It's just a really long one. It's that font that it was typed in. So I'm going to bring everything else down. Minus 4 squared plus 3 times 2. Now we talked yesterday that the dot in the middle means times. Okay. Now let's open the E. So we're done with parentheses. Now we move on to exponents. So let's put our equal sign again, as close to under it as you can. Do you see any exponents in this problem? Yes, of course. Now let me say this. You're not always going to have parentheses in a problem. You're not always going to have exponents. You might not always have addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. You're going to have one of them at least. But every problem doesn't have an exponent, okay? So if you don't have an exponent, you'll just move on to the next step. No big deal. But this one does. So first we need to bring down everything from left to right that we're not using. So 60 divided by 3 minus. Okay, now we've gotten to our exponent. What is 4 squared? Don't you dare tell me 8. What is it, Jack? 16. Because it means what? 4 squared means?
4 times 4.
4 times 4. It does not mean 4 times 2, ever. Let's bring everything else down because we're not using it. Any more exponents?
No.
Nope. So let's go to our next step, which is multiplying and dividing from left to right. Now, take your pen and just draw an arrow going to the right.
Which pen?
I'm sorry, your pencil. This, or you can use your red pen too. Either one is fine. This step goes from left to right just like you read, okay? So it doesn't matter. This is super important. It doesn't matter if multiplication comes first or division. It doesn't matter. They both have the same amount of weight, or they're worth the same in this step of the problem, okay? So at this point, you just do whatever's on the far left-hand side first, okay? So first we need our equal sign. Then what? We ready to bring down, or do we need to work?
Bring down.
We need to work. So we need a red pen. What is 60 divided by 3?
20.
20. All right. Now you'll help me out. Who's man enough or woman enough to take it on? You want to tackle it? All right, Katie, you want to tackle it? So we finished the 60 divided by 3. What's next?
Well, we're not doing subtraction, but
Okay, so we need to bring it down.
and then we put down the 16,
We do, because we don't need him yet.
and then 3 divided by,
Hold on. What's next?
plus
The plus sign. Good.
and then do 3 times 2 is 6.
Good. She did not get caught. Some people look at that and they say, oh, I need to bring down the 3. But you don't bring down the 3 because you need to use him. Okay? He's going to get gobbled up in the multiplication. All of a sudden, our problem's getting much smaller. See? Is there any more multiplying or dividing to do?
Yeah.
No. We're done. All right. Last step. Now we need to add or subtract again from left to right. So draw your little arrow. Whichever. No. Whichever comes first, left to right, just like you read across a page. First thing first, equal sign. Otherwise, how do we know? Can't assume. You have to say yes or no. And here we're saying yes, it equals the lines above it. Okay? That's what the equal sign proves. All right, Nolly, what you want to do?
We do 20 minus 60.
Which is?
4.
Okay.
6.
And I'm going to bring down the plus 6. You can do this part in your head, but I want to show you what it looks like. Okay? Then I'm not going to put the answer over to the right. I'm going to continue going down the page. And then Madeline, what's 4 plus 6?
10.
10. Shazam. That's it. Yes.
Do we have to do that every single time?
You have to do those steps. You don't have to do the colors.
Fast.
Okay? It is fast. It's actually really, really fun. All right, let's move to the left-hand side. And try some that are a little bit faster. Yeah, but we're not there yet. All right, here we go. Problem number 1.
Is this our homework?
No, we're just practicing some more. 12 divided by 4 plus parentheses 9 minus 2 times parentheses 3 plus 5.
Wait, could you put a dot right there?
Okay, we're going to talk about that. When you have your whole problem written down, put your finger on your nose. Yep, when you have the problem written down, put your finger on your nose.
Didn't we forget the equal sign?
Not yet. Finger on your nose when you have it written down. All right. Now, let's talk about 2 different things. First of all, this X. Don't yell out any answer, just think. Is it legal and mathematically moral to have an X, like a time sign, in this problem? Don't yell anything, just think. Who wants to take a stab at it? What do you think, Lynn?
Yes.
Why?
Because if you just put the parentheses 9 minus 2 and then parentheses 3 plus 5,
It would look weird, but you could have them together. That would mean multiplication. What do you think, Catherine?
because there's no letters.
There's no letters. So Lynn was right. You can have an X in this problem. X is not going to go away. We're still going to use him for multiplication, But only use other options if there's a variable. There's a letter in your problem. There is no letter. There's no variable in this problem. So that x means multiplication. Okay, somebody else said, do I need to put my equal signs? Absolutely. All right, have your red pen ready. Here we go. Who wants to take a stab? All right, Will.
9 minus 2.
Okay, hold on. Walk me through the entire thing, left to right.
Oh, you gotta put 12 divided by 4.
Okay, why?
Because you go from left to right.
And why?
It won't confuse you.
Well, yes, but are we using those right now?
No.
No, so we need to bring them down. Okay, what else?
9 minus 2.
Whoa.
The plus sign.
Whoa, woo. Okay,
And then 9 minus 2.
is,
7.
okay, put that in red. Then what?
And then the x,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't really have to put it.
Well, you have to put something because you can't put two numbers together, right? But you can put a dot, that's fine.
And then 3 plus 5,
Mm-hmm.
8.
8 in red, boom. I love to see the problems get shorter. I love it. Okay, what's our next step? Most important thing to do on the next step, Madeline.
Well, I know I can already skip exponents.
Hold on.
Oh,
Equal sign, woo! Okay, then what?
well, there's no exponent.
No exponents. We're gonna skip that step. It's okay, no big deal. Then what?
Do the so 12 divided by 4 equals 3.
But Madeline, in our foldable, the M came first.
Oh.
Do you have to multiply first?
No.
Why?
How'd you go?
Why, Philip?
Because
I was trying to trick you.
You have to read from left to right.
Yes.
Like a book.
You do it left to right. So you start on the left and you move to the right. You do whatever's on the left first, even if it's multiplication, even if it's division. You do not do addition here. You do not do subtraction. Only multiplication or division, whichever one comes first. Okay, so you were right. You're on track. I was just tricking you. Okay, so keep going.
12 divided by 4 is 3.
In red.
And then do our plus sign.
Yes, because we don't need that. We're bringing him down.
And then 7 times 8 is 56.
Ooh, she didn't get tricked. Some people want to bring that 7 down, but you've got to use them. Oh. Thank you, Philip. I get tangled up talking. Okay, are there any more multiplication or division issues? All right, who wants to take a stab at this one, Molly? Yes, ma'am.
And 3 plus 56 is 15.
Okay, you're right, and you box it in. Fabulous. How fun is this?
It's really fun.
It is, and look, don't you love how it's like a triangle? I love that.
It's super easy.
I don't know why I love that, but I do. It is.
Hand pointing.
I know.
Can we do the brain sweater?
Not yet.
Can we do
Philip,
this one by ourselves?
slow your roll. This one's a little bit different. How about this one? 4v plus 2w minus 3.
Wait, what's V and W?
I'm so glad you asked. V equals 5 and w equals 3. Can't figure it out here.
Do you have to put 4V or could you put the... Can we do it by ourselves?
Just do it like this. If you want to try to work it, you can. For everybody else, let's work it together. Who wants to take a stab? We're solving it down the page. All right, Emma Chase, go.
There's no parentheses.
No parentheses.
And, oh wait, you have to put your equal sign.
You do have to put your equal sign. Good.
And there's no x.
No exponents. Good.
And you don't have to multiply or divide.
You don't? What does this mean?
Oh wait, never mind.
When a number and a letter are next to each other, what does that mean? Multiply. Good. All right, so what are we going to do here?
You multiply 4 times 5.
Good. How about we do this? 4 times 5 plus what? Let's do it on, please.
2 times 3.
Thank you. And then bring down the -3. Okay? I'm going to box in this little legend because he's just a little close. All right? Who's going to do the next step? Come on, come on. All right, Haley, go. Equal sign, good.
Wait, the W is 3.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Thank you. Nobody else saw that. Madeline. Okay, go.
Wait.
I didn't substitute the W for the 3.
Aren't we supposed to multiply it?
We will. But we're just writing it out for now. We're substituting. All right, go, Haley.
So, 4 times 5 is 20.
Okay, I'm going to write that in red.
And then write the plus sign.
Mm-hmm.
Equal.
Yep.
And then 2 times 3, and that's 6.
Yes.
And
And red pen.
the normal one
Yes.
says minus.
That's right. Good. And now we've used everything up. You see I'm using my finger to cover up things as we go. All right. Maddie, you want to do it?
Sure.
Okay.
And then 20 plus 6 equals 26.
Mhm.
Plus 3 equals
That's it. Did you get what I got?
Yes, I did.
Did you get what I got? I've got to remember the words. I made up a song. Okay, here we go.
Yes. Wait, this way.
Yep.
What is the No, just do the
Just do the brain. Just do the brain.
I'm going to just do my
Just do the brain.
the sweater for now.
Wait.
All right, this one's a smidge different because I'm going to give you an equation that's equal to 2 if you put the parentheses in the right place, okay? So you've got to insert or put in parentheses in the right spot. If you don't put it, huh? Because if I don't tell you, then you could solve it anyway. It has to equal 2, okay? If you don't put it in the right spot, it won't equal 2.
Can we try
Okay.
Rat.
Yes, but you can only show me once for candy.
Yes.
Once you show me once, you can't come back for candy. You can come.
for red. I tried to do it.
No. All right. Plus, you have to prove to me, like you have to do the work. You can't just guess. I'm on to you. Okay. Insert parentheses
You have to write that.
to make. Yeah, write it down. The statement true. 30 minus 4 times 2 plus 5 equals 2. It has to balance. It has to equal 2. So you're going to put parentheses around 2 numbers or more maybe, and at least one operation in order for it to equal 2 if you were to answer the whole thing, which you need to answer the whole thing.
All 4th grade classes should be headed to the gym, please. All 4th grade classes should be in the gym at this time. 5th grade, we will be calling you as soon as we are ready. So, 4th grade, please be in the gym at this time.
I forgot. I wanted to do math. Wait, can we
Will
like
you get what I've got?
can we like try multiple times and it'll come up to?
Will you get what I've
Miss
got?
Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
John Hinton Hoke for checkout.
Oh, man.
I can finish the math.
Okay. This
Where
problem
you
is so fun to do
What was he
if you
doing?
do the steps that you know. PEMDAS, PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Explain it. Will you get what I got?
He just guessed.
Will
Is
you
this a
get
song
what
you made up?
I got?
I'm trying to concentrate. Okay,
This
sorry.
problem is so fun to do if you do the steps that you know. PEMDAS, PEMDAS, PEMDAS. That is a really good song. I'm going in concert. Yes.
Wait. So do we have to like go down and do it like we
Let me
have
see your
been?
handbook real quick, please.
Wait, is there two? We go down like we have been. But get how? Is there two corners?
No, there's only one.
Okay, good.
I wonder what happens if I freeze.
Oh, I got
this.
it. That's not right.
There's the answer.
Don't put it on. Wait. Don't put it on.
I didn't.